the end of the year, as we all know. And I always like to do tier lists for the games that we played in the year. Just kind of a fun way to do things. So I went through my Steam library, and these were all the games that I recall, plus a couple that I know were not through Steam. We got 38 different games to get through. Um, but yeah, let's just get rolling. So first up on the list is D&D. Um, we used to play D&D every single week, but then our group kind of fell apart. It's still kind of here, but we've definitely fallen off. Um, and I think I think D&D is great, but I think D&D is not great streaming wise. So, I don't know. Game as a whole, it is what you make of it. And I think I don't know. It's probably a low grade experience. I think our group was phenomenal, but I think I just haven't been putting as much into it as I could have. So, kind of my own fault there. um, Things will change around, I'm sure. And I'm gonna try and actually rate everything within its category. So, like, if I had Pokemon in great experience and down here, that means it's worse than Dungeons and Dragons. Speaking of Pokemon Black, um, I'm just lumping all the Pokemon that we've played with Sire. We do a bunch of Soul Links, and we just vibe. As far as the game, it's very forgettable. But the plus side is it's a perfect game to just vibe. Like Egg and I can just, sorry, Sire and I can just chat it up, and it doesn't really like matter that much. You know, because some games you're like, you have to focus on gameplay and you have to talk about the game. Pokemon, not the case. Next up, we have Super Mario Sunshine, the childhood classic. I think technically this was not this year, but it's close enough, and I don't think I had it on last year, so I threw them in this year's rankings. Super Mario Sunshine. This one actually might get me some hate here because I know this one is like beloved by Mario fans. I think it's forgettable. I think it's probably the lowest without going into disgusting tier. The game was fun, but it's just that it's forgettable. I don't even remember if I beat it, to be honest. I think we made it to I think we were about to go to Corona Mountain, Corona Valley, and we quit right before then. So that's always the makings for like if I like a game or not, as if I actually have beaten it. Super Mario 64, speaking of beating games, I 100%ed that game. We did all 120 stars. I've never played it before. 3D platformer. I guess I should probably explain kind of what the games are for people who don't know. But who doesn't know Super Mario 64? Great speedrunning game. Um, Overall, as an experience, I think it's just fun enough. The platforming is janky. I understand it's a game from like the 1900s. Movement's very janky. Um, some of the stars, like, I had to look up, which means it's not very intuitive. So I think I have to give it a just fun enough. Next up, we've got the gauntlet here. Bejeweled 3. Bejeweled 3 is a puzzle game where you slide jewels around. And you make 3 of a kind. I want to love this game. I really do. I used to play it in the era of Facebook. And it was very enjoyable when it was on Facebook as its own standalone game. I think it's disgusting. I think it is perfect Facebook slop. But Facebook slop is disgusting. Next up, we've got Call of Duty Black Ops 3, which I don't even know why I put on this list because I have literally only booted up the game to see if zombies worked because I had plans to stream and play zombies. But we never actually played it, so I think that means it's forgettable. Because we've forgotten to play it. But zombies was my jam back in Call of Duty World at War. So I reserve this one is going to be great experience once we actually do play it. So I'll keep you posted next year when we actually do play it. Next up, we have Neon White. Neon White is a platforming shooter. Speedrun.
Hey, I don't have a lot of time for this video.
I don't want to listen to him. Run around, shoot demons, get fast times, feel good. It appeases my Twitch shooting, my platforming, and my speedrunning. Phenomenal game. But I think it's tough because it's not literally perfect because the big downside to this game is the story and the fact that it is basically a visual novel. It takes super high octane gameplay and grinds it to a whole halt. So if that didn't exist, which like I skipped as much of it as I could anyways, and just pure gameplay, it's literally perfect. But because I had to go through the ringer to get there, it's just a great experience. It's probably top of great experience. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. How the rest of the ranking goes. Hi bestie, how you doing? Welcome in. You're just in time. We've ranked 7 games so far of 38. Just doing kind of like a year recap type jam. All right. Next up, we have Trials Rising. A lot of you guys are not going to know this, but this was the game that I was kind of known for. This is what, like, put me in the sort of streaming scene on my other account, which I used to have. I was pretty good at the game. It holds a special place for me. However, this game is so buggy. It doesn't even run for me anymore. Um, the FPS sucks. There's lots of hiccups. But the game is so fun. It's speedrunning, motorcycle climbing. Um Physics-based puzzles, I guess. This doesn't really show any good gameplay. Here we go. Ride motorcycle, get to the end, don't fall. Super fun, super addicting. Again, it's one of those ones, if they could just get rid of the bugs or if they could just let me play the game again, it might be literally perfect. Um, I think it's more fun than Dungeons and Dragons, but less fun than Neon White. I remember you playing that? But do you remember like the OG? You probably, yeah, you probably do actually. The OG times when I used to play that. Should I sort these to be like the roguelike gauntlet? Nah, nah. We're just gonna do it how it lies. All right, Binding of Isaac. Beloved by many. It is a roguelike dungeon crawler. Kill enemies, get upgrades, fight bosses, delve deeper. Kind of the OG. I mean, I know it's not actually the OG roguelike, but it's kind of the one that I think put it on the radar for many. I've been around longer than you think. I mean, I believe it. I don't recall. And I'm sorry. But you're here now, and that's all that matters. Anyways, Binding of Isaac. Beloved by many. Um, I'm gonna be honest, it's forgettable. I played it back when it was, I think, was it even a Newgrounds game or what? Um, it, anyways, played it probably in middle school, high school, and I think I thought I enjoyed it, so I was like, "Hey, let's play that on stream." Then played it, and then realized that I don't think I really like it that much. I followed your old account. No, I mean I know that, but like I don't remember if you were there when I was an only trials kind of guy. Like I feel like I remember you being around in the Hollow Knight era, but I don't really remember the Trials era. Also, thanks for the 7 stream streak. Appreciate you. Okay, golf with your friends. This was a one-time play with Bear. I think we were supposed to be playing Naraka, but it was down for maintenance, so we couldn't play. So we were like, hey, let's hop on golf with your friends. And I kicked his butt. I won't lie. Good times with friends, but not like it wasn't the game that made it the great experience. It was hanging out with my buds. So it uh more fun than Super Mario or less fun than Super Mario? Probably less fun. Oh, Peggle. Peggle's next. In a very similar vein to Binding of Isaac and Bejeweled, this is a nostalgia game that I want to love, but I just don't. I just don't. It might just be it's old and not quite what I wanted it to be. I don't know how to explain it. It's one I keep like when I'm really bored, I think, "Hey, let me try Peggle again." And I'm always disappointed. Pummel Party, another one offer. Um Played that with Smooth, Gibby, Bear, and Sire. I'm gonna be honest, had a bad time. Did not like the game. Not much to say. It's a Mario Party ripoff. The maps sucked. The mini games sucked. If it wasn't so bad, it would just be forgettable. Um, Glad that I had that game on my Steam library already. And someone else gifted it to me because I would be so disappointed if I bought that myself. Next up, we got Super Auto Pets. We've got a Auto Battler, Auto Chess, face off against your friends, upgrade your creatures, fight them again, beat them again. I don't. It's got potential. It's got potential, but I haven't played it enough to really get my grips in. So I think it just goes in fun enough. I think it's probably more fun than Super Mario 64. Maybe it's blasphemous. Maybe it's Maybelline. You never know. Crypt of the Necrodancer. This is a roguelike dungeon crawler rhythm game. Hold on, we're getting distracted here. Ooh, get it. This is Crypt of the Necrodancer, by the way. Oh, he's feeling it. Those notes hit his soul. Okay. Does he go? This man actually just dances for 2.5 hours. Ooh. Looks like he's trying to do like a little salsa vibe. Hold on. We gotta save this one for the friend group. Okay, Crypt of the Necrodancer. I think I said it, but roguelike dungeon crawl rhythm game. So you have to move within the beat, and everything else also moves in the beat. And it all has its own rhythms and stuff. In theory, this checks literally all my boxes. This game, in theory, is literally perfect. However, it is phenomenally difficult. I should switch Disgusting and Forgettable, just it looks weird having it that way. Anyways, literally a perfect game in theory. Incredibly difficult. And maybe I'm just getting old, maybe I'm getting washed up. But in practice, the game just I think okay, never mind. I think I've just come up with why. I think the problem for this game is 100% focus the entire time you're playing it. And that is just not very sustainable. And I think that's where it has its big shortcomings. The gameplay loop is great. The bosses are fun, the music slaps. But the difficulty and focus is just a little too much for me. Know you're on this right now? Have you heard the Metronomicon Slay the Dance Floor? No. What is this? Oh, a little DDR. Little like DDR meets Final Fantasy. Definitely not something I would buy, but it's something I would try. You know what I mean? The art style looks really bizarre to me. And there's not much, like, musically different. I don't know, maybe that's just a me issue. Actually kind of fun, and it's not my usual type of game. Fair enough. There you go. rhythm games are like the game that I consider myself the best at. I used to be top 1000 in Osu way back in the day. It looks interesting though. It reminds me a lot of oh, what's that game called? It's oh, what's it called? Every 7 beats. Rhythm Doctor. Rhythm Doctor is this is a fun game. I wish I played this year because it's rad. You just press the button in beat, but then like it gets really complex. It ends up having like 5 different rows that you have to pay attention to. You have to learn how like syncopations work, and it's a fun time. Anyways, we're getting distracted here. Tetris Effect is my jam. Ooh, Tetris Effect was so good. I played Tetris Effect on the PS4 because I accidentally bought it while I was on Ambien. It was super cool. Very, very atmospheric Tetris, which is cool. Well, let me chat on mobile for a second. Hey, what up, Mr. Gibby? I guess you just have to be a silent watcher. You are not allowed to judge my picks, is what the universe is telling us. Speaking of, speaking of recommendations from Gibby, we've got Where Winds Meet. Where Winds, oh, Where Winds Go to Be Trashy Games. It's like a MMO slash Dark Soulsy slash I don't know. It in theory, it's kind of like Necrodancer. In theory, it ticks all the boxes, but I had a very, very bad experience with it. The online was glitchy. Um, I don't like having multiple skills. I like having just a few skills that I don't have to micromanage. I got one shot by a boss and got sent back to literally the beginning of the game, like not just like a checkpoint, but like literally the beginning of the story of the game, right past character creation. Um, so I don't know, just was a bad time. It might be fun if I gave it another shot, but I don't know that I'm gonna give it another shot. See, all my recommendations are disgusting. It's okay. No, we still got a few that are unranked. And what do you mean? Super Auto Pets is right here. All right. Next up, we got Guilty as Sock. This is actually we're kind of in the Gibby Gauntlet right now. Not gonna lie, we are in a Gibby Gauntlet. Guilty as Sock is a I don't even know how to describe it. You hold your own trials and you make up your own like stories behind trials. And you just get to play courtroom. It's there's not much to do. And a couple of the roles felt very useless, and I felt like I just kind of sat around when I was certain roles, which kind of took away because I know one person was always not having fun. Um, but it's one of those games where it's as fun as you make it. We had a great group. But I think it's just lacking a little bit of gusto to put it in great. Guilty Sock wasn't me. I think that was Bear. Are you sure? I'm not convinced. All right, next up, we have the headliners. The headliners is sort of like it's sort of like a Phasmophobia, Repo, oh, what's that other game I can't even think of, which I probably actually should have on this list because I think I played it this year. But it's along those lines. People call it friend slop. Basically, you're in a town, you're the press, you have to take pictures of weird stuff that happens. And my honest opinion on this one, it's like I don't know if I know enough about this game. Can we watch that Markiplier video on it? There's a Markiplier. Sure, let's watch it.
Is my mouth moving? My mouth
Yeah,
moving?
yeah.
My mouth moving. There we go. All done.
Their mouths are moving.
So
Mark,
smart
you can change your character
technology.
here.
Oh!
I'm gonna record. I'm gonna record.
All right, we're gonna judge it based off of who he picks. If he picks a good character, we're watching the whole thing.
Clicky clackety.
He
Wait,
picked
is
the
it,
best. Character.
sorry, wait. I took your character.
Oh no.
That's okay. I told Bob that one to be bald. You guys have like the same exact.
We've made
No.
oh saved.
Just has a beard on it.
Saved.
What, that can't be.
What about this
Okay,
guy?
okay, we're good.
Ooh, that was
We don't
so
have to
smart.
watch anymore. Hold on.
Yeah,
We have to watch
me,
to
right?
see who his
You
final
got a
pick
lumpy
is.
Dumpy in that.
Thanks.
Bob has a lumpy dumpy too. Do we?
You got lumpy?
I
No,
think
you
we
don't have a
all
lumpy.
have lumpy dumpies.
No, wait,
Wait,
however.
let me. Why do
Explain. Get
dog?
Yeah. Here, our
Okay,
mission is
we're
green.
saved. We're saved. Didn't pick the old man. You're saying my character isn't a good character? I'm just saying your character ain't the old man. And that means we don't have to watch the Markiplier video. Whatever you take out of that is on you. Anyways. I don't think we ever got around to it, but you just
Yep. And
you run around, you take pictures of weird anomalies that happen. My honest opinion, it's either lowest fun enough or highest disgusting. I did not enjoy this game. The only thing that made the game good was the good company. I hate horror games. And this one, like, yeah, I suck at it. Sure, I suck at it. I'm not good at it. But I feel like the reward system for actually like going into the place and finding the stuff was not as rewarding, both like gameplay wise and enjoyability rewarding. Both just weren't as fun as staying on the outside, staying near the helicopter, getting good pictures that way. So I don't know. I felt like balancing was not great. And it just, I don't know, it wasn't a great time. And yeah, also Gibby recommended it, so just based off of that alone, it's bottom tier. No, I don't want Supersonic Racing. I want... That's what I want. Can answer the next game literally perfect. Alright, Sonic Racing. I'm sure you guys can gather by the title. Is a kart racer where you get to play as your favorite beloved Sonic characters and also Miku. If you guys don't know, I was a bit of a Mario Kart speedrunner back in the day. 46th in the world. So I love me some kart racing. It's... Ooh, this is a tough one. Because I only ever got to play it once, because my good friend Gibby never invites me to play games with him anymore. So... Excuse me? Okay. Sonic Racing. Ooh. I think... I don't know that it's literally perfect. Because I'm not really, like, the Sonic universe kind of guy. I'm a Mario universe kind of guy. But it fills the niche without having to buy a Switch 2, without having to spend $500 to play my beloved Mario Kart. It's a very, 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 very good supplement. That song is literally perfect. Yeah, but is the game literally perfect? Although the game does have Miku, so... I'm gonna go not literally perfect, because I have a big gripe with it. And the big gripe is there's too much customization. It's the same gripe I have with Mario Kart. Let me pick a character. Give me the same kart. Same stats. It's fine. And also my good friend Gibby likes to take Monster Truck first and run me over at the start of every single race. So I'm just a little salty at that. So I think I give it top of great experience. Also, Sega said you can mod characters into the game and play them online, and they don't care. That's true. Good dev team. Good. Customer service. I don't know. That's not the phrase I'm trying to come up with, but. All right, you've convinced me into literally perfect. It's probably going to be low literally perfect, but it'll sit up there for now. Catch me as Dark Magician Girl in online ranked. I mean, honestly, me too. Like, I'm down with that. Give me, like... When you give me a Waluigi running without a cart, like they do in some of the mods for Mario Kart, that'll bump it up. All right, next up we've got Pseudo Regalia. Pseudo Regalia is a... I don't know that it's a rogue. It's not really roguelike. It's Castlevania-like. Movement-based, open, like, play the game however you want. You can there's not a set path to follow. Platforming is amazing, controls like butter. This game is my literally perfect. I also was speedrunning this game for a while. 7th place in the world. It's got a lot of fun movement. Combat sucks, but if you're buying this game for the combat, you need to read the room. Like there's so much funness to this game. I cannot recommend it enough. I love the old school style. PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2 style. I love that you don't have to follow the specific route. You can find glitches and stuff to get items before you should to make the game play different. It's kind of like it's almost choose your own adventure-y. Cannot give this game enough praise. Absolutely my literally perfect tier. In fact, it's so perfect it might just jump Sonic back down. I don't know though. I Sonic's jumping down. Just thinking. It's almost there, but there's something. Maybe it's just missing running Waluigi. He ain't running, but there's a Waluigi. Of course there is. I'm not surprised. They probably put him over Big the Cat, if I had to guess. All right, next up we've got Wildcard. Wildcard is a deck builder MOBA. Give me gameplay. I don't want trailers, I want gameplay. So, multiplayer online battle arena. You charge up your mana. You use your mana to cast cards from your deck. Your deck makes minions. You use minions to hit their goalie. You capture their goalie, you win. Every character has their own abilities on top of all this. Hot take forgettable. Okay. I thought you really liked this game, Gibby. I'm incredibly torn on this because the devs are amazing people. They would hang out in our streams while we played it. They would chat with us. They were super friendly. They gave us creator codes, all this stuff. But the game, I didn't like. I didn't like the game at all. And I'm torn because I wonder how much of that is my 15-year-long League addiction. Just being like, no, it's a MOBA, it sucks. But I really struggled. There's a lot of stuff that like was unintuitive. There's a lot of stuff that I just had issues with. I think the game, I don't know. Man, the devs are really cool, but the game itself is mad. That's kind of where I'm at. And like, I don't know, I felt like I was just being really nitpicky. Like some of the stuff I had was like health bars aren't very readable. When you take damage, the whole thing flashes, so you don't know how much you're taking. You can't go back to base to heal. You have to just get your passive healing. I don't know strategy to where to place my minions, what to save up for, stuff like that. And I don't know, there was a bunch of little things just kind of amalgamated. and it just doesn't feel rewarding. Like, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. It doesn't feel rewarding like League. If that makes any sense whatsoever. The devs weren't super cool. I wouldn't have played it after the first day. Yeah. It's pretty much the vibes. I think we're gonna mix around disgusting tier. I think Bejeweled is on the. I think I rate it like that. I think that's where I put it. It's crazy to think that Bejeweled 3 is above Where Winds Meet, like people's GOAT game. All right, I'm gonna shuffle these around. I'm gonna do both Tony Hawks at once because why not? Tony Hawk. If you guys don't know Tony Hawk, you are probably not old enough to even be at this stream. No, not Skate. So it's just Tony Hawk remade. Probably just nostalgia bait. Definitely just nostalgia bait. But boy, do I fall for the nostalgia bait. We did end up playing. I 100%ed 3 and 4. And I beat 1 and 2, but I didn't 100% it. No, I did 100% it. Oh, I don't know. I don't remember. This kind of Tony Hawk Fire. So here's kind of where I'm at, right? I was a Tony Hawk 3 kid. Tony Hawk 3 was my jam. And I think, you know what? Hold on. Trials Rising goes down. I don't think it's a great experience. I think the game is fun, but I think in order for it to be a great experience, the game has to be better. Like just the glitches and stuff. Anyways, Tony Hawk 1. No, Tony Hawk 3. Sorry, I'm super all over the place. Tony Hawk 3. Was a great experience. Not as fun as Neon White, but it goes there. Tony Hawk 3 was amazing. The Tony Hawk 4 side of the remake sucked. So I think I have to leave it there. And then Tony Hawk's 1 and 2, I don't have a very strong attachment to. But the game was still pretty fun. So I think we have to go there. Thoughts, opinions? Okay. We are in another kind of roguelike. We're heading into some roguelike. Hot take, Pro Skater 1 is the only one I enjoyed out of all 4 of them. Really? Is that just nostalgia talking, or is it something specific about 1? Like map designs were just better? Because I think Tony Hawk 3 nailed it on the head. But I think that's probably just because I'm attached to it. I'm rethinking Trials again because when it works, oh boy, when it works, it's a fun game. Probably more fun than Tony Hawk 1. All right, let's head on to the roguelike gauntlet here. We've got Billionaire. Billionaire is a roguelike pachinko game. So you drop a ball, you get your pick 3. If balls hit things, it does extra stuff. Wow, it's super visually aesthetic and whatnot. This game is a plague on roguelikes. I hated this game. I wanted to love it so bad. But it just, everything about it, I do not like. It just, I don't know. The art style's super not my jam. I hate this guy. I hate him. Everything just felt bad. Which is such a shame, because I thought it was going to be so cool. Except for the one demo, so it's not nostalgia. Okay, fair enough. That's interesting, because I feel like 1 was kind of like their trial run, where it's like, oh, I wonder if this will work. And then they kind of just like refined it a lot up until 4. All right, next up we got Haste. Haste is a run fast roguelike. I don't know really what you call it. A flow like? Basically you can't stop moving. You run, you hit ramps, and then you control your aerial momentum to like land on down slopes to go faster. Dodge stuff. This game, I thought this game was going to be in the literally perfect tier when I saw it, when I was like, I guess researching it. I thought it was going to be super fun. It looks super up my alley. It's very cool to get in the flow state. But I never beat it. And I think, I don't know, it was missing some key elements that I think make roguelikes crazy fun. There was not an endless mode. So like once you got to the boss, once you beat the boss, your run is done for. And I find the most enjoyment in roguelikes pushing that endless, seeing how far you can take it with your build, and getting to the point where you're so ridiculously fast or so ridiculously strong. That's like the key appeal for me. So it was missing kind of both of those. But it was a good experience. I like the Skate series more, honestly. I think I feel that. I think I still edge on the side of Tony Hawk. But man, I spent a lot of time on Mega Ramp and Skate. The whole soundtrack would loop through it, and I heard Band of Horses 5 times in a day. I would have thought your enjoyment is ending those builds before they hit peak. My favorite part of roguelikes, speaking of which, I don't know that I have that one on here. My enjoyment of roguelikes is when something says delete yourself from existence, and I just can't help but press the button. Hold on, we're adding this to the tier lister. I thought something was missing. Save. Do this on this monitor just in case. Okay, we got it on there. I'm surprised Overwatch isn't on this one. I don't think we played Overwatch this year. We did. We totally did. You're so right. The problem is I pulled most of these from my Steam, like my Steam review, I guess. And so some of the stuff wasn't on there, so I was like scraping my brain trying to remember everything. Okay, Overwatch is on there now. Yeah, we played it. We played it for probably like a week. You're totally right. Oh boy. Nubby's Number Factory. Nubby's Number Factory is everything Billionaire wanted to be. And I will die on that bridge.
It's not that Will Smith.
Okay, I don't want to listen to you right now, Northern Iron, but you drop a ball, it hits pegs. Pegs give you points. Everything scales up, you can buy items. It's everything Billionaire wishes it was. The art style is so charming. As for where I rank it, literally perfect. I think it's just shy of perfect. I think here's my hot take. All right. Here is my hot take. Take it or leave it. I think when games find their success, like kind of randomly, they go for like a live service approach and they try and like grasp and hold on to that sort of perfection instead of just letting it be how it is. And this is a thing I've noticed actually probably within this year is when a game like this puts out a patch, puts out a balance update, puts out new content within the game, it triggers a switch in my brain. And that switch says, no, this game sucks now. It's happened with Dungeons and Degenerate Gamblers, which we played last year, not this year. It's happened with Nubbies. It's happened with a couple others. Megabunk it happened with. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like just like you're trying to like force it at that point and it just kind of loses something. It loses the magic. So I think that's what's missing out from Literally Perfect. But I think Nubbies goes there. I think Nubbies was not as fun as Neon White, but more fun than Tony Hawk. But like, that doesn't happen when a game is very obviously live service. like in the case of Overwatch, League of Legends, something where you know they're going to do patches and balances and try and keep things competitive, that's fine. I'm fine with that. But when it happens to just my solo player experience, it just, I don't know. To put it in like the youngins terms, it gives me the ick. Luck be a landlord. The two games that I think are literally perfect left, and this is one of them. Seriously, you liked Nubbies? I didn't know you were on game, Gibby. Let me see the other one. Let me see if I can guess the other one. The other one that you think is literally perfect is probably Risk of Rain 2. It's between that and Megabonk, and I think it's Risk of Rain 2 because I think Megabonk was on your wish list and you haven't actually played it. Okay. Not Risk of Rain 2. Really? Is it Balatro? Are you a Balatro head? Okay. Luck be a landlord. Luck be a landlord is a slot machine. Look, we're pulling up Northern Lion again. He's just a roguelike guy. Slot machine roguelike. Roll, get money, pay rent, buy upgrades. Upgrades give you more money. Vicious cycle. I play it on my phone all the time. Well, you'll be maybe surprised by my rating of Balatro. I don't know if you know this, I'm a bit of a Balatro head myself. Okay, Luck be a landlord. Tried. I think it tried, but it just didn't hit. And I think that's all there is to it. There's really not much. You press a button, you buy your upgrades, you press the button again. It's not in the disgusting tier though, because I did still beat it, and I'd still enjoy. If I had to pick between it and Billionaire, it's that one a million times over. I don't ever play games on my phone, but Balatro had me addicted, dude. I don't even want to talk about it. I'll just show you the proof is in the pudding here. Pull it up. Maybe. Okay, well, while that loads, we'll move on. Next up, we've got Blood Thief. Blood Thief is another movement-based platformer. You guys may have seen me speedrunning movement platformer. You guys probably watched me play the demo of this. It's one of those games where it's really easy to press the restart button and anyways. I think this one's tough because I did only play the demo. But I have nothing but praise for the demo. I think I'm going to rank this as the demo because I didn't buy the full game yet. I don't think it beats Pseudo Regalia, but I think it's up there. I love me some bad graphic, smooth movement, funness. And the really cool part about this game is it leans into it, and like you get medals for like going fast. But like, let's see if this. So like your normal gameplay. Right? You're supposed to follow the path and kind of loop. You're supposed to jump off of this building, and then you come off like a U-turn, basically. The dev just lets you go out of bounds, and he just skipped like the entirety of the level. And I think this is kind of the penultimate like reversal of the problems that I had with like Nubbies, where like they try and capitalize off of things. I think this doesn't try to pigeonhole you into that and just lets it be. And I think that's amazing. I do want to buy the full game, and I do want to play through the full game, so probably will do that this year. I think my big gripe with it is I think it was kind of expensive. I want to say it was like $30. Okay, it's $20. But I do think that'll be 20 well spent. Have you played Ghost Runner? No, what's Ghost Runner? Is it same thing but cyborg ninjas? I'm in. This is very I think this style of gameplay really hooked me with Mirror's Edge. I think Mirror's Edge really got me into like the cool platforming. Yeah, that I'll have to put that on my list too. That one looks like super polished, so I'm guessing it's probably going to be on the more expensive side. And we all know I'm pretty cheap nowadays. The best worst part is if you have friends on Steam that play it, it shows you their times. Dude, yeah, those games do that, but that's like the most fun. For Neon White, I took it as a personal challenge to beat my buddy Aiden at every single map, and he tried to fight back and beat me, and he pulled through on a few, and then I just went back and I just destroyed his times. I don't know. I find those to be like I find the leaderboards to be super fun. But like within reason, and we'll get to that. We'll get to that in a little bit. I'll talk about it in a little bit. But I think that's a really fun aspect of it. All right, next up we got RV There Yet. RV There Yet is another one of those they call them friend slops, where you just get with your friends. To climb a mountain, you have to drive your RV up the mountain. Silly mishaps happen, you have a good laugh. It's a good time. I wish that we had beaten the game by this point, but we have not. I've been playing this with Bear and Allie. I think it's a great experience, I'll be honest. I think it's one of these two spots. It's next to Haste. I think it's probably lesser than Haste because I think that kind of comes back to the whole the company you play with is how fun the games are. But it's a good time, and hopefully we'll beat it soon. All right, next up we got Marvel Rivals, the hit hero shooter that tried to overcome Overwatch. Let's turn on flats, I guess, so we can have some gameplay going. Not much to say. It's an Overwatch wannabe. And if you know how I feel about Overwatch, that says a lot for where I'm gonna rank it. I'm not a superhero kind of guy. I think, I don't know, I never got into Marvel, never got into DC, any of that stuff. So like I don't have any attachment to any of these characters. And like I said, if you're saying this is like trying to be Overwatch, it means Overwatch is better. And it just, I don't know, it never hit for me. Big whiff. But I did play it a lot, and that's just because I like my friends. So when my friends want to play, we play. You know? I wanted to love Marvel Rivals, but I couldn't. That's the exact sentiment. That it's kind of like the Peggle. Is it forgettable or is it disgusting? I think it's disgusting. Is it lowest? No, I think I like it more. Oh, I think I like it more than Billionaire. Yeah, not much else to say. Like, it is what it is. All right, wordplay. Wordplay is a Scrabble roguelike where you get letters, you make words, you score points, you buy upgrades, you score more points. Not really much in the way of gameplay. Make words. Have fun. Wordplay, to me, really shows how not smart I am and not good at crafting words I am. But I think it was a great experience. I'll be honest. I think the roguelike aspect falls really flat on this game. It doesn't really feel like you're progressing, rather than just you can make a big word and get the amount of points you need. But I think the actual like Scrabble element of it was very, very fun and very, very rewarding. So it scores pretty high. Put 30 hours into it myself because all my friends didn't play it until I gave up on the game. Dude, the the struggle of hopping on things before everybody else. I feel that. But I tend to have the inverse where I hop on too late and everybody's already moved on. Either way, it sucks, but yeah, I feel that. Didn't you get plat or some? Did you get higher than plat? I seem to recall plat being a thing. Okay. Next up on the list, Cult of the Lamb. Cult of the Lamb is a um dungeon crawler, but also like a town simulator, tycoon-esque game. You build your city, you go out, you kill monsters, you come back. It's and I guess that's kind of roguelike-esque. It's kind of Binding of Isaac in that sense. I think I'm gonna put it there, and I'm gonna move Guilty to Sock down. Cult of the Lamb was fun, but it wasn't super duper wowy. I hit plat and that was it. Dude, that's fair enough. I mean, hey, good on you, bud. Sorry I never played it with you. But I don't even like it anyway, so am I actually sorry? I don't know. All right. Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is like the OG deck builder roguelike. Build a deck, do damage, climb floors. There's not much to say other than this is literally perfect. I have a keyboard that's custom of the one of the characters. I have a mouse pad that is of that character. I think the gameplay is incredible. This is the first game that I ever 100%ed, achievements and all. It was difficult. And give me 1 second. You can watch some gameplay here. I'm surprised you didn't play Blueprints. I don't know Blueprints. Here's my Slay the Spire page. Proof of all the achievements. And here's my playtime. I'm not proud of it, but I guess I am kind of also proud of it. So I don't know. That's where we're at. I'm hyped for Slay the Spire 2. I think the balance on Slay the Spire 1 was perfect. I think you can take it. You have the fun of taking it to the extreme, like I like, in the lower ascensions, and you have the super challenging, super like rigid thought process of having a good deck, but having like a balanced deck for the higher difficulties. It just, oof, it's one of those games I can't give enough praise. Oh, is this one where it has like a bajillion different rooms? Yeah, I don't know. I think someone may have mentioned it in passing to me, but I never really looked into it because I don't know enough about it to really know. Indie puzzle roguelite. I don't know. Maybe I'll throw it on my list for this year. You know, the year is fresh. We've got time. All we have on the agenda for this next year is finish RV There Yet, maybe Blood Thief, Slay the Spire 2, and lots of Marvel Rivals. One of the games I want to get since I unsubscribed from. Gotcha. Yeah, I never did do Game Pass, so I don't know. Maybe if it's a multiplayer, we can multiplayer it. Just saying. All right. Speaking of multiplayer, we are on to some multiplayer games. We have Peak, the climbing simulator friend slop. Randomly generated maps. You have to climb a mountain. Help your friends climb the mountain. This game probably here. I think Peak is great. I love Peak. I am running into the same issue I talked about earlier where Peak is kind of adding stuff to try and like harness the magic. So I don't know, maybe it's lower, but I think that's a good spot for it. It's a great game. That is like when someone says friend slop, that's the game I think of. And I don't know if that's endearing to it or not, but I think it is because I love that genre. Game Pass was worth the $20, then they jumped it up to 30, so I canceled. Oof. Gotta love capitalism. Also, my little PNG tuber broke. Trying to get that fixed. Okay, next up is Naraka. I wonder, do you have any interest in trying to guess where I put Naraka? Before I actually give it the rating? Is that your rating or what you think I'm gonna rate it? That's another surprising one because I thought you like adored this game. So to those of you guys that don't know, Naraka is a Fortnite-esque, the word escapes me. Battle Royale, that's what it's called. But it's melee-based Battle Royale, focused on movement and all that jazz. I really like it, but I didn't enjoy it. Oh, okay, gotcha. The gameplay doesn't carry itself. Has to be with friends type of jam. For me, I think Naraka goes... Naraka falls in the Necrodancer category, where in theory, this is my jam. In theory, I would play nothing but this game. But in practicality, it's probably there. The game was super fun. I went on a roller coaster with this game. The game was super fun when I started. Then I learned we were only in bot matches, and I got super disappointed and found no enjoyment in just killing bots over and over. And then I started just using it as a chilling out with my friends kind of game. And then my friends got really good at the game, and I started getting into their lobbies. And then the game was not bots, and it was incredibly good people, and I was miserable. So, like, there was no balance point where it was like, here's my skill level. It was either here's bots or here's people that are too good. And I don't know. It always felt kind of clunky to me, like with dashes and stuff. But it was fun. It was an enjoyable game. The reason I didn't touch it for like 3 years before. Gotcha. There's a reason you convinced us all to try it, right? Okay. Next up, we have Megabonk. Megabonk, new hit vampire survivor like. Run around, gather items, shoot enemies, more enemies spawn, lots of enemies spawn. Get to the point where you literally don't have to move. Keep mowing down mobs. This game had a grip on me for a while. This game I think is incredible, but it's not perfect. I think it rests here. I think it's above peak, below neon white. So back to leaderboards. I think this leaderboard is incredibly disheartening. And I think this game is also doing the try to capture the magic that I was talking about. Where they saw the success and then they were like, oh, we gotta capitalize on this instead of just letting it be. I think the gameplay, like, okay, here's where I struggle too, because like the game is not balanced. There's a meta, and it's basically an all or nothing. You either play the meta and do well, or you don't play the meta and you only ever can reach okay. And this is not a problem with the game per se, but with the people who play the game, where the leaderboard, in order to get a leaderboard run, you were looking at a 12-hour session, like minimum. That may have changed with the new patch. I haven't played. I don't know. But like, I don't know. It just something about it. And like I said, you have to play like the meta tomes and stuff, or else you just can't really ever. You can beat the game, but you'll never be leaderboard levels. Like, actually, I think unless it needs to update, because it's a pretty quick load. But below Sonic Racing, of course. We keep Sonic Racing. I think actually as soon as I said that, okay, I don't want That's going pretty quick. Yeah, see, so like my high score was almost 300k, but that was, I had to play the meta stuff. If I wasn't playing meta stuff, I might be down here in the 70k. But like, I will never attain this level, which, I don't know, it feels like it puts you in kind of like a limbo state. I think we bumped down Sonic for Neon White, by the way. You had to bring attention to Sonic, and then I realized that I think I like Neon White better than I like Sonic. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But it's Sonic Racing. I know, but dude, Neon White scratches such an itch for me. Like I was talking about with being the trials guy, doing that, hitting that refresh button, constantly feeling good when you get. My stream go down? Like everything's loading really slow. And like the rush you get when you shave off 0.01 seconds. is just something, I don't know, something about it. Like, you can't tell me this. Load. No, not on a pop off. How do I? Whatever, just watch it like this. Like, there's so much skill expression, and there's so much crazy fun stuff that can happen. 17-4. And you feel so good afterwards. It's just feels so much better than anything Sonic Racing could do. I should make all my friends do tier lists of all the games we played together, and then I do a tier list of their tier lists. Dude, you should. You totally should. That would be so much fun. If you create it, I will fill it out after stream, like immediately. Okay. Well, we will move on to Balatro. Who doesn't love Balatro? It is a poker roguelike. Where you play cards, you make your deck, you get these jokers that give your score crazy, fun, number go up, silly, fun times. If you don't know Balatro, I don't know where you've been. Because this was like a Game of the Year contender, I think last year. This game is probably in literally perfect tier. It might just be the number go up in my brain chemistry. What am I looking for? Balatro? I'm 31 out of 30 out of 31 achievements. I just don't have the patience to grind out every single joker. But it's up there with the greats of Slay the Spire and Playtime. You don't really, if you don't get it, you'll never get it type of thing with Balatro. Wait, what are we holying? My playtime? I'm sorry, I'm ashamed. And that's just on Steam version. We won't talk about mobile version. I think it's a perfect game, but I think it's the lowest of perfects. Because I feel like I had the setup for the highest score you can get in that game. So I feel like I've peaked at it and I kind of just don't need to play it anymore. Because at a certain point, it just won't. It'll hit its limit and it won't let you score any more points. And I had the setup to get that. I just screwed up one minor thing. I only have one game that's over 300 hours on Steam. Yeah, remember when I said we'll get to that with Balatro? I was not kidding. I'm a bit of a Balatro head. I think my games that are over 300 hours are Balatro, Slay the Spire, and our next game, Magic the Gathering Arena. But that's because I leave this one up all the time. Magic the Gathering Arena is Magic the Gathering, but online. It's a card game. Not really much I can say. Kind of like Hearthstone, kind of like Yu-Gi-Oh, but its own thing. This game also had a grip on me for a couple months, but if I'm thinking objectively of it, this game overall, out of all of my playtime, is kind of disgusting. And I know that may be a shock, but hear me out. The game was wonderful when I was learning Magic. The game was wonderful when I hit Mythic for the first time. Someone told me that the first time you hit Mythic is because you're facing all the noobs, and Matchmaker doesn't know how to do it. It's the second time that matters. So I got disheartened. I got into Mythic again. Got super hype. I got into Mythic a third time. Now, everything is frustrating. I get Magic cards without having to spend money. See, I feel the opposite. I feel like I really enjoy paper Magic. And online Magic just like really frustrates me and makes me really angry and complainy. And I literally only use Magic Arena. I'm free to play, which sucks and is a slog. I only use it, I get my dailies, I get off. I only use it to keep up on like how interactions work and stuff so I can enjoy my paper experience more. But like I don't know, I play in ranked, I'm facing only sweats. I'm playing unranked and I'm facing only sweats. I play the daily the like starter decks. So I don't have to face the sweaty decks, but I can just face the sweaty players, but it's just sweaty players and it's just not fun. And like there's no way to recognize there's another person on the other end. And so it's just like I'm playing a bot and it's not fun. So I don't know. I think if you ask me in my first month of play, it's probably great experience. It's probably right here. But if I'm looking at it as a whole, it's down here. Get into Magic before Magic Legends. I don't know what Magic Legends even is. Is that like like the set? Okay. We can jump back to that. Next up, we got old school RuneScape. You guys already know my ranking of this. Was a Diablo-style game in the world of Magic? No, I don't have a clue what that even is. Sounds kind of rad, though. Great experience. For Magic Legends or for RuneScape? Because I think RuneScape is my goat. There's just no way around it. And if you don't believe me, I have some numbers to show you. I have some very embarrassing numbers to show you. So I've played this game since 2006. I quit playing for a long time. I came back. This is my third account since coming back. And I don't remember where I can even see. Here's my time played. And if we want to put that into hours, that's how many I've played on this account. And then I decided not to play that account anymore because it got hacked. So I made this account after that. This is the one that I still play on to this day. Different timer. And that's how many I have on this account. That's my total on just those two accounts. So, yeah, it's kind of my goat. Yeah, you got rookie numbers, Gibby. You're a rookie. All right, we got two more games to get through. I should talk about old school RuneScape. If you don't know, it is like one of the OG MMOs, super old style. Do quests, get items, upgrade items, feel good. I think you've played that longer than I've played all my Steam games combined. Probably. I have a problem, Gibby. And the problem is, like, it's almost tempting to shift everything down a tier, except for that. Because I think it's that far above. Like, I don't think anything even comes close. The separation between OSRS and Slay the Spire is like 10 out of 10. And then comparatively, this is probably like a 5 out of 10. All right, Risk of Rain 2. This is a new one for me. As of yesterday, I think it is. You just give me gameplay. I don't care about your takes on the games. I think I would kind of say it's like spacey, Megabonk. Run around, shoot things, more things come at you, get upgrades, kill bosses, rinse, repeat, feel powerful. These games tickle my brain. I don't have enough experience with this game to say it's like upper echelon, but so far it's been a great experience. So I think I'll put it at lowest grade experience. But that one's pretty volatile. And last but not least, Overwatch. We kind of alluded to this when we were talking about Marvel Rivals. Overwatch is disgusting. And actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think we go like that. I think Overwatch used to be really fun. And then it fell into the problem that everything else falls into, where they try and balance everything and try and play around their upper echelon of people, and then the lower echelon gets left behind, and or you have to basically keep up with it as a full-time job, with patches, figuring out what's changed, and things change too rapidly, and it's just not fun anymore. They're giving too much, like, build stuff now. So, like, they did Stadium, which is not exactly what I'm talking about. I think Stadium was cool because you know what you're getting into with it, with all the items and stuff. But then they started, like, throwing speckles of it into the regular game mode, which I don't like. Like perks that you upgrade throughout the game. I don't care, man. Just let me pick my character and let me play it the whole game. If it sucks, it sucks. So yeah, that's everything. Everything we played this